back to another Wisdom Wednesday here at CHALEESE Bakes Cakes. Today I'm going to show you all about the crumb coat, why it's important, and why we need the crumb coat. Last time I left you in my video when I taught you guys how to stack and fill your cake, I left you at about this moment in our cake making process. So I'm just going to show you guys how we crumb coat a cake. The reasons that we crumb coat, you can see that I have already pushed the frosting into the cracks of where we stacked our cake so that we do not get air bubbles in our cake. So now we are just going to, you get to see my awesome silver bowl today, but we're just gonna add some buttercream on and cover this cake. It does not have to be perfect in any way, shape, or form. We are just adding a crumb coat onto our cake right now. So we just kind of smooth out what we've already put on here. Just smooth it. And obviously where there's places that there is no buttercream, we're gonna add some more. A crumb coat is very important because we don't want, when we start doing our final coat of buttercream, we don't want to have crumbs in our cake. So the crumb coat helps trap in all of those crumbs so that we can get a beautiful, smooth, no crumb final coat of buttercream on our cake. So do not skip the crumb coat process. I know sometimes we're like, oh, let's just hurry and do this. We don't need to do a crumb coat. It's not true, unfortunately. You do need a crumb coat on your cake. I promise you, you will thank me when you're finished with your cake that you don't have to dig out crumbs that get into your final layer of buttercream. So we're just gonna spread it around here, as I'm doing. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, it's just a crumb coat, but we are gonna use our cake comb and we're gonna smooth it out just a little bit. And then we will put it in the freezer and we let it sit there for about, some people do it a little bit longer, but I just go for 5 minutes. So we just smooth out this buttercream. If you want to add a little bit more in some of the holes, you can, but it's not really necessary. I'm just showing you if you want to, because you'll be doing all of that when you do your final crumb coat of buttercream in a few minutes. So like I said, we're just gonna smooth it right here. Make sure it's nice and smooth before we place this into our freezer. We're also going to get our top. This is a good way to get your buttercream off of your cake scraper. Just kind of scrape it off with your spatula. That way, if you don't want to go back to the sink after every time you scrape, this is not as clean a way, but it works. So then we're gonna just kind of clean up the top of our cake. We'll just kind of swipe around the top so that we have a clean swiped cake ready for our final coat of buttercream. I'm just showing you a little bit closer of what our crumb coat should look like. It's okay to have some holes in it. Like I said, we are just making it so that our buttercream covers our cake, and that way we can put it into the freezer and we'll be ready for our final coat of buttercream. So look, not anything perfect, nothing perfect, just crumb coat it so it covers in buttercream. I hope you guys liked my Wisdom Wednesday today, learning all about our crumb coat and why it's important. As soon as you guys finish this crumb coat on your cake, pick it up and put it into your freezer for about 5 to 10 minutes so that when you are touching your buttercream, right now if I touch it, buttercream comes back on my finger. We don't want that, so put it in the freezer, 5 to 10 minutes. Really, it goes fairly fast. And then bring it out, touch your cake, and you should be able to touch it without getting any buttercream on your finger. That's when you know it's time for your final coat. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out today here on Wisdom Wednesday at CHALEESE Bakes Cakes. I'll be back again with another tip soon.